Hello and thank you for joining us for a very special episode today where we're diving into the world of finance. We're delighted to be joined by Tabinda Sanpal, the founder and director of Anax Capital. Tabinda, thank you for joining us and welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me, Matthew.
So look, Anax Capital, I'm given to understand, is a relatively young company launching only last year. That must have been quite a journey for you personally as well as in your business life. How do you juggle all those responsibilities at once when it comes to launching a new firm?
Yes, Matthew, I juggle a lot and at the same time doing different job roles. And like many other working mothers, it's not easy. It's not been an easy journey. And launching this company has always been my dream. I've been working in the finance industry for 7 to 8 years, if I remember. And I launched this company with the help of my husband, of course. But I juggle a lot, and in my daily life, keeping work, my personal life, what I've learned over time is time management and discipline is everything in life. So I wake up early in the morning, I go to the gym every day, and I make sure we have breakfast together as family before my husband goes to the office. And then I like to spend a little time with my daughter Isabella while I get ready for the day. And towards mid-afternoon, I like to head to the office to meet with my team. And weekends are mostly about friends and family. So I think it's not being about perfect in everything we do. It depends what we prioritize, what are the priorities. And that's it, really.
Let's talk a little bit about that discipline that you mentioned there. Where does the importance of discipline come from? How does that impact your daily life?
This is something I learned from my husband. I am not an early riser. I hate waking up early. This I learned from my husband. He's the one who pushes me, wake up early so we can have the whole day. Because I realized if you wake up late, you miss everything. You cannot go to the gym, you cannot meet anybody. And to be honest, this is my priority, to at least go back home before my daughter goes to bed. So I think time management means a lot and it makes a huge difference.
You've mentioned your daughter a couple of times already. How do you juggle that familial responsibility along with the business side? Because obviously that's a huge responsibility as well, launching a firm like Anax Capital.
To be honest, I have my husband helping me with the business. So I take care of all the meetings that happen outside the office. And I make sure that I am a good mother at the same time and not just a business owner. So my husband, Satish Sanpal, is helping me with my business. So he's taking care of the business side, where I can spend time with my daughter, and I help him with the meetings and more on the marketing side.
Let's talk a little bit about the business here. I understand firstly that some congratulations are in order, given that Anax Capital recently won an award for the fastest growing company in financial markets. So congratulations.
Thank you.
What did winning the award, what was the takeaway there? How did that feel for you?
I think this award reflects the trust that our clients have placed in Anax Capital. And we are a Category 1 broker. We are amongst very few of the ESCA regulated brokers in the UAE. We offer a trading platform for both beginners and professional traders. We offer multiple currency pairs, indices, commodities. So soon we are launching our mobile app, which I think will help a lot with our traders to access our platform more easily from wherever they are.
Before we get to the big reveal about what the future holds, I think I'd just like to spend a little bit of time talking about the current product portfolio. What made you settle on Dubai as the location for Anax Capital, and why did you decide that now was the time to launch a financial company?
I thought now is the right time because obviously this license requires a big capital, and if you don't have the money, if you don't have the funds, you cannot put this huge capital for the license that we hold. And Dubai, you said why we chose Dubai. Dubai, I think, is a financial hub now, and I see a lot of my family and my friends shifting in from the UK, from all over the world. So I think this is a very good location, and it's a very trustable license. It's a big license we hold, the ESCA license, and being a Category 1 broker in the UAE, I think it's as good as the FCA license in the UK.
I want to talk about leadership now as well. So, see, being a woman in a leadership role, especially in the finance sector, which typically doesn't have as many female leaders as some other sectors, what has that journey been like for you personally, as first half of my question, but also the second half, what do you think can be done to help encourage more women to get into finance and to become leaders in the finance sector?
If we talk about women in finance, I think women have always had the ability, but now I feel what's made the change is the confidence and the access. I feel like more women are now entering into these roles, especially that were more male dominated. If today we look at the UAE, there is about 16% of the women that hold the board positions in the financial companies. So which means women are now into more leadership roles.
What was it that encouraged you yourself when it came to a leadership role? Where was that support coming from?
When I wanted to go into finance, nobody would take me. And I remember there was one man, Mr. Bashir Nur Muhammad, I would like to name him. He's the owner of Rehltها Capital. He gave me the opportunity to take finance exams, and that's how I started my journey. And today I'm a leader. I own a financial company. So I would love to give the same opportunity to someone who doesn't have the experience. I would like to be an example, and I would like to give this opportunity to more women, so they can come and work and learn. You know, you can see the potential in people. They are bursting of talents. There is so much talent, and why we cannot give opportunity to people who don't have the experience? When I didn't have the experience, I was given the opportunity, and look where I am today. So I would love to give people the chance without any experience, so they can be same as me.
Is that something you're doing with Anax Capital?
Yes, I was about to say it's like 50 to 60% of my sales team, it's women now. We have many women working in our office. So I really appreciate people coming with no experience even, because I had the similar story.
It's turning the lens here back to you personally. We were having a little conversation before the cameras came on here, and you revealed to me that up until very recently, you never really had a social media account. You never really were one to be in the public eye. What's it been like adapting to the kind of following that you've been getting since you've launched Anax Capital?
Yes, Matthew, that's very true. I've not been on social media until very recently, and I just felt like it's not me. It wasn't for me, and that changed when I launched this company. I just thought it could be a great opportunity for me to make my company popular, and not just that. I actually thought I can share more real and like behind the scenes moments of my life to people. And then over time, I really started to enjoy making those fun videos and filming with my daughter. I really enjoy that now. And I feel like social media really makes people authentic, and it just makes people connect to you more, I think.
Has that authentic storytelling helped with building your brand and building Anax Capital?
Yes, I would say definitely yes. It did make a difference. And I feel like people can connect to me more. They can connect with my story because not everyone comes from wealthy families, and it's not always the most beautiful story, you know, people want to hear. So I think it's made a huge difference.
Last couple of questions for you here today. Given your own personal interest in fashion, I'm clearly not the expert here. How do you go about deciding on which fashion brands that you like to wear? How do you put yourself together?
Fashion is an inspiration for me, Matthew, and I have a few favorite brands that I really like. when it comes to work and more structured looks, I like to wear McQueen suits for workwear, and I love Gucci for the long dresses and silhouettes. If you talk about bags, Hermes is my favorite brand for bags. I think everyone's favorite brand is Hermes nowadays, and I like their loungewear. So I think fashion is about being comfortable within yourself, and it's about confidence.
How does your choices change depending on occasion? Do you alter depending on what you're doing? I mean, you mentioned Hermes for bags, but does that ever change depending on what occasion we're looking at between business and personal, or is it always Hermes?
For business, I like to go for more subtle and simple looks, and I like Hermes bags. But if it comes to different occasions, of course, I like to wear more like long dresses and more embellishments if it's an evening or if it's some events. And for workwear, I said to you, like, I like Alexander McQueen looks, which are more structured, simple, and subtle.
You did mention earlier as well around the fact that sometimes Dubai Mall becomes a destination, not just for work, but also for your personal shopping as well. How do you find Dubai Mall as a shopping destination, but also as a fashion destination?
I like to meet my clients, or if I have any other work meetings, I like to keep it around Dubai Mall because I like to squeeze in a bit of shopping on my way out. So I think Dubai Mall is a very good place. It's full of restaurants, fashion brands. You find everything in there. If it's a work meeting, from shopping, it's got everything.
Given your own professional history with fashion, I'd love to get your thoughts as well on how you see Dubai as an emerging hotspot in the global fashion industry.
I think Dubai is becoming the hub for fashion, especially with this Dubai Mall Festival of Fashion for the first time in the UAE. I think it's going to be making a huge difference, and for sure Dubai will be competing with the Paris and London, like they have Fashion Week.
Well, in which case, Tabinda, obviously we look forward to seeing you there. Last question for you now, just because we did touch on it very briefly earlier. The future for Anax Capital, what does it look like? You mentioned the app, you mentioned growth. Just give us a little summary about what we can expect coming forward.
For Anax, we have big plans. We plan to open offices and apply for different licenses for more categories in the future. But obviously, we're a very new company at the moment, and we are trying to build more trust here, local in the UAE first. And then the plan is to go global.
Well, Tabinda, it only exists for me to thank you for joining us here today, sharing your journey and your thoughts. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me, Matthew. Thank you so much.